welcome back to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. This week, we talk about all sorts of craziness going on in Major League Soccer, including the Chicago Fire doing well, somebody coming back from the shadows, and something not cool in Nashville. However, speaking of cool, I am FC Neo Tokyo. That is DPG, and yet again, this week we are without James. That's okay. We shall soldier on. He's in Canada. Wait, no, where? Where is he? DPG, how are you doing today? And where's James? I don't remember.
At first, I'm all right. I have no idea where James is at. The man is a man of mystery, So
I forget. He's fishing. I know that much. It's a big fishing trip with the boys.
I never got into fishing, unfortunately.
Yeah, same. And then vegan, and then I turned vegan, so like the little bit I ever did went out the window. Anyway, guess who's back? Back again.
Man, a guy hitting 40.
he is 40 years old. Kei Kamara is back. Everything is right with the world, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Kei Kamara is signed for FC Cincinnati. DPG, how great of a move is this? A good move or the perfect move?
You know what? I like Kei Kamara. I'm not gonna talk crap. Is he still trying to break the record? He broke the record already, right?
What, for most goals?
No. Yeah.
Hell no. Right?
He still hasn't? Or he's tied with Donovan? I don't know. Did he even score a goal last year?
God, now I don't know. He's not.
Well, he's trying to. Let's just put it like this: he's trying to break the record, or he's trying to add padding to his record. I'll leave it at that. But other than that, I mean, does Cincinnati really need more attackers?
I mean, apparently. I mean, honestly, we are talking about a league that is seeing a resurgence of the offense, right?
Yes.
Like, it always was a league that spent on offense, but that didn't mean that achieved anything, right?
Exactly.
So, would you like to know how many teams Kei Kamara has played for?
I know he's a journeyman. I want to say at least 10 or 11. Was I close?
16, it looks like. 16 teams.
Oh, okay. I was even okay. Oh, sick. Wow, talk about journeyman.
He did play for the Columbus Crew twice, but we're talking like, okay, so I included Orange County Blue Stars, which he played a season for. 16 goals in 19 games. Anyway,
yeah.
Then we have the Crew, the Earthquakes, the Dynamo, Kansas City, which, mind you, this man spent 4 years in Kansas City. Then Norwich, Middlesbrough, back to the Crew, New England Revolution, Vancouver Whitecaps, Colorado Rockets.
Colorado Rockets.
Hell yeah. No, that's like the name on like the fake name on an adult movie. Anyway, I digress. Where was I? Colorado Rapids, Minnesota United, something called HIFK, which I am guessing is in the Netherlands or whatever. Not the Netherlands, Norway or something. Then Montreal, the Chicago Fire, LAFC, and now Cincinnati. Can you believe this?
This man has gone through almost like basically half the teams in the league already, man. Maybe not half, but at least
they just keep adding teams. He just can't stop playing.
Yeah. At this rate, he's gonna end up getting the record for most teams played.
Right. There's no way he's all the way up there for like most goals. I'll have to look that up. How many goals do you think Kei Kamara got last season at LAFC?
1, maybe.
3. He got a total of 3, which is down from his total of 5 with the Chicago Fire in 2023.
Yeah, I think he broke the record then. I think he did break the record, actually.
Oh, maybe. Dude, just stop saying it unless you're going to look it up. My hands are full.
Okay, I'll look it up. Jesus. All-time goal scorer for MLS.
So, anyway, I mean, I joked, but, like, does this not... Let's talk about it from a selfish angle. Would you
He's number
rather
2.
have Tom Barlow, who should have got a goal? Would you rather have Tom Barlow or would you rather have Kei Kamara? Right now, not like back in the day. Right now.
Okay, right now, I think honestly I'll take Kei Kamara because there's a better chance that he'll score than Tom Barlow. Like Tom Barlow is like the man only scores like once a year, and it's always against his former club.
Well, dude, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was offside. I couldn't believe it.
It's like the soccer god's zone.
Oh, we were in the section rolling when it went in. We're like, oh my God, it's Tom Barlow. And then boom. Anyway, Kei Kamara, welcome back. We'd love to see you. He's a good cat. Oh my God, he only has 7 goals in his international career.
Oof.
Well, okay, let's be fair. There's been some war-torn years in Sierra Leone. I'm not sure they played all their games all the time.
Yeah.
So that makes some sense. But still, it's crazy. Like, Kei Kamara is the kind of sicko name that, like, my fandom was built on in this league, right? I mean, Jeff Cunningham, Ben Olsen, Santino Carranza.
Oh my God! You had to go there, bro. You say Jaime Moreno.
Jossie Zardes is now just like a sicko MLS guy. I mean, Jordan Morris and Christian Roldan.
Jesus, those guys are plastered in the MLS forever.
Oh my God, who's the other guy? Oh my God, I'm gonna kill him. Who's the Brad Evans? Brad Evans.
Oh, Brad Evans.
Oh, Echeverry. Oh my God. Well, Echeverry wasn't around that long. Was he?
No.
I could be wrong about that.
Jaime Moreno was longer, I think.
Jaime. Oh my God. Do you remember Juan Pablo Angel?
Yes. When he played for the Red Bulls. Yeah.
All right. Once we start just naming dudes, we know we're done. Kei Kamara makes you want to name dudes. All right. So
he was probably around when Juan Pablo Angel played.
He was. He absolutely
wow.
was. All right, so
that was almost 20 years ago.
I mean, dude has been in the league since 2006. He played for Columbus in 2006. I mean, crazy.
So he is about to hit 20 years. The man's about to collect a pension from the MLS.
I mean, dude, it's all. It's funny. It's not like he played all that terrible when he went overseas. He was just on. Norwich was doing that whole thing where they were worse than the sum of their parts were worse than, like, they were talented, but they just couldn't be a team. And I don't know about Middlesbrough that well. I don't remember. That's gone. Anyway, we're gonna move on to something not fun. There were there were a lot of supporters missing in the Nashville game. DPG, do you know why?
Based on what someone posted on the Fire Discord was I guess there was a tweet going out that there was ICE agents outside the stadium. So that's, I guess, people got intimidated by their presence, and and then they didn't decide to go to the game.
Yeah, no, that's, dude. I'm kind of glad you and I can have this conversation. Dude, that's fucked up. We're just gonna straight up. I'm just gonna say that's fucked up, and like, God, there's just no way to talk.
We don't want to
open.
We don't want to open that can of worms. I really don't want to end up, on some conservative dude's, YouTube channel.
Well, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, so they put a big banner up that said in English and in Spanish, "We are not all here," which was cool, over where they would be in the section. And, like, this is the kind of just bullshit that infects the sport. Like, it's kind of funny. I talk about with people, like, I said it. This was the funnest week to be a Fire fan in God knows how long. I met so many good people, and there's people I've like had some like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? And now we're just like, oh, this is my name. Nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. And like I say this all the time. There's nothing there are two things in this world that bring people together. There's nothing that does it better than these two things: sports and weed. It brings everyone together. And like,
yeah, I don't smoke weed, but
right,
I'm all for sports.
Trust me, it's like those are the two things that bring people together, and to like to. I
thought you were gonna say food.
Pardon?
I thought you were gonna say food.
Oh, food. Yeah, you get a lot of dick swinging in the food conversation. About this pizza's better, that pizza's better. It's just like it's a community, and it's very hard to say. I will say this: I have been worried long before this weekend that this would be a problem.
You kind of wonder how this is gonna affect attendance in the 2026 World Cup.
I think it's gonna be terrible. Well,
I mean, for me and you, we probably have a much better chance of getting tickets to watch one World Cup game, at least, but
at what cost? Right?
Yeah, what cost? But then you compare it to how, when they host a World Cup in different countries around the world, it's always like a huge, party of people that go to that country and enjoy the World Cup. And obviously, us being here in the U.S. and just the U.S. in general is so diverse. It's like you wonder, like, are you still gonna have people from out of town visit and watch the World Cup, or are they gonna avoid it and just stay home and watch it from TV?
If you look at the records, the '94 World Cup is still one of the highest, if not the highest, attended. Because
and
it wasn't just because Americans discovered soccer. No, a lot of people came to see their teams in America play because these stadiums were so big.
But I think also too, you also have to put into perspective that, back in '94, and like you said, not a lot of Americans watch soccer. You fast forward to now, a lot more eyeballs on the product. With MLS, the U.S. men's national team, the women's national team, plus everything that USL is doing from the grassroots level. You add that all together, and you're gonna have a lot more people eager to go watch a World Cup game that live in the U.S. So,
I mean, I do think it's gonna turn away a lot of people, which is fucked up because in the past, what has America been? Like, yes, there's been a lot of problems. I'm not stupid, but like at least when the Olympics are in town or when the World Cup is happening, everyone gets to come. You know what I'm saying? Everybody comes and enjoys themselves, and it's very tough to not get deep into the political weeds on this.
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't want to, like I said, we don't want to talk about the politics behind it. Because hey, this is America. You get to change your mind in 4 years if you want. So there's that.
I guess. I guess. I mean, have you been worried about Section 8? Have you been worried? About your DPG? Not to, I don't want to out you here, but you're of Honduran descent. Do you have worries in your day-to-day life?
Not really, man. Like honestly, like I've worked for the government before. Like I've whatever threshold there was, it's pretty much gone. And we live in a very blue state, so
very blue part of it.
Very blue part. Yeah, let me correct myself. Very blue part of it. So, and there's been a lot of friction, with our governor, the mayor of Chicago. Plus, the federal government behind it. So, I haven't been overly worried. I don't think I'm worried at all. Because, what can they do?
Apparently ship you off to El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Fuck. Like, I don't know. I seriously thought I thought this would be a problem before this weekend. I have worried every week going to sit in Sector Latino that eventually a bunch of those people aren't going to show up out of like not wanting to be harassed.
I think a lot of it too. You also have to think about it this way. For the sake of the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, the federal government, you don't want to bring that kind of noise in a stadium full of people that might be half drunk and all that, because that's just going to create chaos, and who knows what could happen.
I have a very bleak outlook. I very much think the World Cup will kind of be gross. Kind of like I don't know, man. I don't think I'm not looking forward to it anymore. I'm not looking forward to our team. I'm not happy about it. I'm not looking forward to the people. I'm not looking forward to where the stadiums are. I'm not looking forward to it being 79 teams. I've lost it. I've lost the care, man. It sucks. And like, not to gloss over the very serious topic that I would like to. We're gonna move on from, because neither one of us feel like unloading our true thoughts about it. I feel like, you know what I mean? It's just it's crazy to finally see real things going on in the MLS sphere.
I mean, we just gotta wait and see what happens. Like, as far as like, I honestly, like, I want to go see a World Cup game in the U.S. I didn't get to see one in '94. And I told myself that when it comes to town, well, not here obviously, but closest spot, which is Kansas City, I was gonna take my kid, so that way me and him could experience that. But yeah,
I feel you. Well, I guess not to end on a heavy note. Speaking of the World Cup, kind of, I guess the U.S. released the away kits. What do you think?
I like it. I think I like that. Is it the blue one and
it's
the
like
red?
Black with like red and blue stripes and stuff.
I like it.
You like, really? I
like.
Am I tripping? I did not think this was shit. What do the kids say? I didn't think this was drip.
I honestly think that I like it to a point that.
You're gonna get one, aren't you?
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I think I'm gonna pick up that blue one. That blue with the red stripes.
Well,
that one looks cool.
Wait,
I'm just saying.
One. Hold on now. I'm confused.
Yeah, it's blue.
It's blue, he says. I thought it was black.
It's like navy blue. Like navy blue and it has like the red line and the blue line, a lighter tone of blue.
Oh,
if you look at it,
okay, it's navy. Okay, I thought it was black.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm crazy. I'm literally crazy, I guess. I'm sorry. I thought that was black.
I mean, but what do you think though? Does it look cool? Do you like it?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's because you want that crazy stash crap and
I do
all that.
The best kits we ever had.
You want like close.
I just want to stick with a motif. Like, look, Argentina has the stripes.
Yeah.
And they change it. They change it all the time, but just like a little bit. They just still have the stripes. Like, I want a motif. I don't care if it's the sash. I don't care if it's like the two things I hate the most that we always get is like a completely crazy different kit, and then once you fall in love with it, they kick it to the curb and give you a white T-shirt for the World Cup. They literally always just give us a white Hanes T-shirt for the World Cup every time.
Well, here's the thing. You strike me as the kind of guy that probably likes like that 98 jersey that had like the solid white, white and blue and, had the soccer ball flying in the air badge.
The soccer ball badge is not horrible. By the way, to let you know, guess what I walked by for the first time in a decade?
What was it?
Old soccer house. The old U.S. soccer
you
headquarters.
did?
Yeah, because I left Soldier Field a completely different way.
Did they remove the signs and everything?
No, the sign's gone, the whole nine. Yeah, everything's gone.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it's funny. I had two pictures in front of there. One with the soccer ball kit, and then they changed the sign when they changed the badge, right? But no, know, man. I just want us to stick to a motif. If this is it, I don't know, man. I don't like it. It looks like I'm trying to like watch a game through 3D glasses, the red and blue. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just not. I don't love it. I don't love it, but I guess I'm a hater. Send all your hate mail my direction. P.O. Box. No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine in today's age hating someone so much that you write them a letter?
Yeah.
You don't put a comment on YouTube. You write them a letter.
That's mind blowing. That's mind blowing. Like, you're gonna go spend the whole time writing a letter.
You gotta buy a stamp, and you gotta buy a whole book of them because they damn sure ain't gonna sell you one.
No, you gotta buy a whole book of stamps. You gotta get the envelope. You gotta get the letter. You gotta put your time and effort into it. Even if you have to drive to the post office or a mailbox to drop it off, that's more money down the drain. And then that's it. That letter's going to go in the void. You might never get a response at all.
Although you put in the effort.
Although you put in the effort, like.
All right. Well, talking about putting in the effort, we're going to take a quick break and come back with more high-effort commentary for you. Oh yeah, what's the spiel? I like what James has been saying. Help us get to our goal of 500 subscribers. Hit the like button and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you for the
for the sign language.
For the sign language for the what I'm sure most people listen to.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back. Peace. Yeah! Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. Right now, we're going to tackle a topic that is very near and dear to our heart. That's a total lie. We're just going to talk about it because it's fun. We're going to talk about the Championship and League One promotion playoffs. Now, DPG, the final is set in the Championship. Now, do you know how we got here? Because I did not until earlier. I was hilariously informed on the League One playoffs because some random dude in the section likes Leyton Orient.
I always find it hilarious about these random people that have lived their whole lives in the U.S. that like random like English teams. Like,
well, some people like go over there. Some people have a family member that goes to a game. Like, all it takes is just like. Yeah, that's why I'm so mad. I tried so hard. I got my buddy's kids like little Sparkies before St. Louis started, but it didn't stick. Anyway, so this is how we got here. So the final is the big bad Sunderland versus the unstoppable Sheffield United.
You know how I feel about this. I want Sunderland to go, bro. Like, I watched 3 seasons of Sunderland till I die, and was it 3 or 2 seasons? I don't remember what. But, it kind of made me realize, or it kind of, I could, I guess in a way, connect with those fans because that's what I've been dealing with the Chicago Fire. So, it looks like Sunderland's back in the up and up, and I really hope they make it back to the show.
Well, I mean, if they do, aren't they just going to get punched back in the face and go down, or do we see Manchester United or Tottenham go down?
Like, I'm going to say this: if they make it back to the show, they better fight like hell to stay up there.
Oh my God, it'll be like that Doom to Leeds campaign, man.
It's like they have to.
I'm a fan of Sheffield United because I like the owl. Oh no, they're the Swords. The owl is Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. Sheffield United, I'm going to say something here. I don't disagree with them, but just the way that they bitched and complained for like 8 years about how Tevez got to go to West Ham and they got relegated, like I've never been on their side since. But, I guess that's just me being stupid. But
let's just hope Sunderland makes it through, bro.
I'm going to tell you, I was not rooting for Sunderland. Like, I'll be honest,
Yeah,
I heard
dude.
these matchups and then I didn't watch any of it. Bristol City, I didn't think had a chance. They literally got 3-0'd 2 times in a row. But do you know who Sunderland beat to move on?
No, I do not. I do not.
And you're going to be mad when I tell you Coventry City. And you know why that's sad?
Why?
Because Haji Wright is awesome. And Haji Wright is back from injury, was playing well. They just couldn't get over the line.
It's Sunderland, bro. It's a team of destiny. What can I
The
say?
team of destiny.
That's why their stadium is called the Stadium of Light. Because,
God. God, I love it, though.
Just watch the first season of Sunderland Till I Die. And look at the faces of all those people that got laid off because the team kept dropping down.
Oh.
So
I need to. We should do a little side show about me watching Sunderland Till I Die, because I've wanted to speed race it. So you got Sunderland. Do we have a score?
Yeah.
Do we have an idea? This is a 10. By the way, is it common to have this 10 days away? Because it's on the 24th.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's how they do things in England, bro. Give the team enough time to refocus, So if you ask me my prediction, I think it's gonna be Sunderland 1-0.
That would be an ugly game. It's Sunderland 3-2 in a barn burner, baby.
Oh.
All right. So now let's move on to League One, which we are not done. We don't have we have one competitor in the final set. So first leg of Leyton Orient and Stockport County went to 2-2 tie. Today went to, oh crap, what was it? I think it was a 1-1 tie. I'm pretty sure today was a 1-1 tie, but Leyton Orient won on penalties. And so they are in the final. Now, tomorrow on Paramount Plus, that I will be watching at work, Charlton Athletic versus Wycombe Wanderers. Aqua Fenois' former team.
You gotta go with Wycombe route. Yeah, I can't even say it. Wycombe. You gotta go with Wycombe.
Wycombe, the Wanderers. Let's go Wanderers.
Isn't it called like Wickham or something like that?
Oh my God, you're right. That is how they pronounce it. Wickham Wanderers. Yeah.
Wickham Wanderers.
Oh.
I guess if you made the language, you call the shots.
I'm sure that's highly. I'm sure a history major out there will be upset about that statement. Yeah, Wycombe, or what was it? Wickham.
Wickham.
Yeah, I'd like to see Wickham, but
It's like when people say Tottenham. It's supposed to be Tottenham.
You're right. I've heard Tottenham enough. I say it correctly. You're right. Just I need to fix myself, be a better version of myself. Shout out to Austin from the section, where I'm going to root for Leyton Orient just because you are a fan. So,
what's the guy's name?
Austin,
I'm going to root for the other team, Wickham Wanderers, just because you're a fan of the supporters group.
Oh my God. So, you know how badly. So, the two friends, the couple that we met in the section that we hang out with every game.
You got divorced? Yep.
No. They're not even married yet. They're kids. They're like 29.
Okay, so they broke up. Cool.
No. They love German soccer. Like everything German soccer. Like these people were opening packs of German soccer like tops, like trading cards in the section because the whole boy came with some. So I bite my tongue. I am almost biting through my tongue to just not be me about German soccer.
I think, man, like, if you're that like, Bundesliga sicko type that you're ripping up tops cards for Bundesliga players, that's a whole different level of like.
Dude, they were opening cards. I didn't even know cards were still a thing.
They're still a thing, and I bet they were getting excited for like the randomest player that plays like, in some random Bundesliga team.
Surprising amount of Japanese players in the Bundesliga for me. I didn't know that. Anyway,
I mean, did anybody get anything good? Anybody got an autograph or anything?
One of them got like supposedly a really good card, and then they were trading and stuff because like they're fans of different teams and players and stuff. I'm just, more power to you. I ain't gonna I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just, me. I'm not a fan of German soccer, so it blows my mind.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that people are excited about.
They're all about it. Okay, so. Smooth transition here. There's something else I'm very excited about.
Oh, what is it?
Peoria City, baby. They won their opening game of the season against what was the name? Who'd they play?
Cornfield City.
What was it?
Who they play? You got excited for that? You didn't know? You don't know who they played?
It was FC Ambush, and I'm pretty sure they're from. I knew this. Yeah, I think they're from Indiana. So.
That's a hell of a name, FC Ambush.
Right. So they won 2-1, and they had one of those phenomenal kind of was it a cross? Was it a shot? But the answer to that is if it goes in. It's always a shot.
It's a shot. There's no crosses.
Never a cross.
No.
Never a cross. So I will say this. It's USL 2. So, I'm trying to do a little research on this team. It's difficult. These are children. These are so they're a bunch of, they're kids who play for Bradley. They're kids who play for ISU. They're kids who play for, the local universities. And that doesn't mess with their NCAA status.
Because it's not a professional.
Yeah, so it's a semi-pro developmental league, right? But man, up the Carps, man! It was so funny to see the highlights, and let's not pretend that in our lifetime MLS wasn't this, but it was a full football field, full lines, no delineation, just full football lines. And then, the post behind the goals, it looked real rinky-dink, which is one thing that's kind of fun is the Peoria, stadium is what's the word? It's minimal, but it looks professional. It's
nestled between a couple of cornfields and wheat fields, and
now it's right in town, man. It's right next to the highway by the interstate. It's right next to the interstate and the college and. All that stuff. But and a giant cemetery is across the street. That's where we had to park when we went to the game.
Man, what a hell of a place to watch a game, next to a cemetery, next to a highway.
It was amazing. It used to be a minor league baseball stadium. Then literally in the heart of downtown, they built a baseball stadium, which is hilarious because they put palm trees there that just die every year, so they have to replant them because they're fucking palm trees in the middle of Illinois.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they turned.
Let's all forget Father Winter, right? The winter.
So they turned the old minor league baseball stadium into a soccer stadium for Bradley University because it's right there, right? And that's where Peoria City plays. It's awesome, but what isn't awesome is USL did not have a good showing against Major League Soccer teams in the U.S. Open Cup.
What did I tell you? I said it last week. I say it again. This certain team and their fan base thought they were too good to join MLS.
Oh. We will get to that specific game. Okay. I'm talking overall. The USL, in the round of 16, there's 8 games then? Because there's 16 teams.
Who was the surprise? Who was the only surprise?
The only upset was NYCFC lost to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, baby.
That team has history too.
Oh my God, that team is history, baby.
Oh my God, man!
The Pittsburgh Riverhounds came over on the Mayflower. No, I'm kidding.
You know what, man? I remember the Pittsburgh Riverhounds when I was playing freaking Championship Manager 01 or 02 or something like that,
Ooh,
or
beautiful.
Championship Manager. I don't remember. Maybe it could have been 2000 2001 season. Like I remember like buying former MLS players from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds when I guess they were left out to the pasture, you know.
I always remember them because there was a podcast back in like the early 2000 or the mid 2000s, mid to late 2000s that they did like a game show thing about soccer and being funny, and one of the episodes was around Halloween, so everybody dressed as somebody else on the panel. So the one guy on the panel was a huge, like, minor, lower level soccer guy trying to and his local team was the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So the other guy just kept clowning him because he was pretending to be him, and he's just like, it's all about the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and PBR, baby. And just like, I will never forget that line. I will never forget that.
Oh man, PBR in Pittsburgh.
It's all about the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, PBR, baby. Anyway,
Yeah, man, I'll throw you another USL team, Milwaukee Wave.
Ooh, let's not start naming things again. So, okay, first and foremost, let's get a serious topic here. You were not surprised that only one upset happened. Is this indicative? So, okay. I feel like I have to play the James role because he'd be all. He's so hype about USL.
Before. We talked about this last time when James went on a USL rant. But what I'm saying is this: what's the measuring stick between a USL team and MLS team? Is this tournament? We
can't always say that because sometimes teams do not take it seriously.
So you telling me the USL team is not going to take it serious when they're facing off against?
No. I mean the MLS team. Like, let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
The only reason all these MLS teams took this seriously and there were not more upsets is because these are all the losers that got kicked out of Leagues Cup.
Yeah,
so this
is the ones that want to win this is the only trophy they might win.
Yep. So people are taking it seriously this year, which I don't know how I feel about it, but I think the gulf is larger than people want to admit. Now, the implementation of ProRel, does that improve the quality of USL teams when they do get into this competition against the MLS? Let's say in 5 years. 5 years from now, round of 16, it's all half MLS, half USL. Are we still seeing 1-2 upsets, or are we seeing 4 and 4?
Well, if the last week's games were any indicator, we're probably gonna see like MLS just clean house. Because if any MLS teams makes it to the quarterfinals, round of 16 or whatever, at that point they're taking the tournament serious. Because now they actually have a genuine shot to win a trophy. I understand if MLS teams in a round of 32 don't care because they're facing off, the USL team that's 200-300 miles away or whatever. And that's understandable. That's why a lot of times you'll see them field reserves and whatnot, and but once you get to a certain point, round of 16, semifinals, they take it serious. That's it. It's lights out.
I'd like to live in a world where it's a little bit better, but I mean, I guess what do they call it, DFK Polko or whatever? At the round, what does that look like at the round of 16? How many Bundesliga teams are there left in that tournament?
That's so the thing about that. Those are mixed bags.
The FA Cup. The FA Cup gets filtered out pretty fast. 9 times out of 10, you're getting to the quarters, and it's all EPL.
Premier, EPL, maybe a championship team.
Yeah, like one. two championship teams. Maybe they get drawn together and they get to go one more round,
Yeah. One big payday. One more big payday.
One more big payday. No, I'd like to see a better competition, but we've spoken about our reserves about just implementing Pro Rel alone does not make anything better, in my opinion. Doing Pro Rel, well, okay, it makes the product more entertaining. But I mean, it does not inherently force the talent to improve. You know what I mean? I guess that's just how I feel. I know that sounds dumb to most, but I don't know, man. It's not a light switch solution to the problem. Anyway, talking about light switch, let's turn this thing off because we got hell of fire stuff to talk about. This was a good week, baby. And not just because I got free tickets to a concert, but this was a good week to be a Fire fan. Again, help us get to our goal of 500 subscribers. Punch and kick that like button. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it didn't do anything to you. Maybe you should just talk your problems through. Maybe you should see somebody and then come to a full adult understanding with the like button. Have I missed anything?
I don't know. You might as well just time to get some professional help too while you're at it.
Do we need to process your feelings about this?
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Welcome back to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. We are here, finally, with some really good news and a lot of good vibes and good feelings. I have had a smile ear to ear because this has been a phenomenal week to be a Fire fan. Yep. DPG didn't go to either game.
I didn't go to either game. Let's see. I didn't go to Wednesday's game because it's a Wednesday, and then I didn't go to Saturday's game because I was fighting a cold.
Okay.
One of my kids brought.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm still fighting it now.
I skipped so many of those Wednesday Toyota Park, or I always call it Toyota Park, SeatGeek games that I felt as though it was my responsibility to come hard this week. And so me and the fiance went, the crew came, so our normal, let's not bury the lead. Detroit City FC came to town to play the Chicago Fire in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup in the 104th edition. Not 100% sure on that one, but I was right about everything else. Anyway, the Fire walk away with a very convincing 4-0 win. DPG, Did you watch this on the television?
I did watch on the television. I was actually watching, and I couldn't help but wonder how, this fan base from Detroit was so high on their team that they literally said, we don't need MLS. We're okay here. Well, that 4-0 beating you took, it's telling us you're not okay. Listen, and it could have been much worse.
It should have been worse. It should have been 6. They took
if it would have been worse, the team might have folded. So
now, I will say Detroit is victim of, I will say this. I'm not going to lie. We're talking shit, and we will continue to. But Detroit, I feel, is their success is hindered by the instability of lower-level soccer in the country. And I will stand by that statement.
Maybe.
Had they had a little bit more oomph behind them, because if you ever notice, they're it's kind of like Big Brother, Little Brother. You notice, Detroit will say or do something, and then, Indy and Forward Madison will both be like, yeah.
yeah. All three kids are sitting in the kids' table.
That's fine. I like a world where India, that would be cool. At some point, think about a 5-year stretch.
You know what's funny? Is that 2 of those teams have become our feeder teams for MLS.
They have, and
they were, yeah.
And we work with.
We have loaned out players.
We work with Omaha as well.
Tulsa, I think it was. Was it Omaha? Or
I think it's Omaha. Isn't that where the keepers keep going?
That's the team I hate. I don't like. That's the one.
No,
with
you're right. It's not Omaha. It's
I hate that team. Yeah,
You're
don't
right.
don't bring that team up.
Everyone does. Anyway, so let's talk about it. The vibe at SeatGeek is so different than the vibe at Soldier Field. It's so different. Like,
told you.
It's a different vibe, and like it is so low rent at the moment because like I mean shit, the Fire 2 aren't gonna play there no more. The women are talking about going to Evanston. You know what I mean? Like they really they got nothing but the Hounds right now, the rugby team, and like because they had the whole one side of the stadium closed off, and then this whole side was pretty full, and then the supporter section was decent. The supporter section was decent, and they only had like 3 little like concession things open. It was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
so
and I think yeah.
I was in line buying
concessions...
a pretzel, I think, and I saw a goal that was while I was in line. But
so, I mean, I think at a certain point, if the Fire go to a certain point, if they go to the final, you have to play the final at Soldier Field.
I don't think they can. I don't think they're allowed. Like, I think there's like contractual issues that they're only allowed to use Soldier Field in an MLS capacity. Hence why these games only ever happen out there.
You keep forgetting who our owner is. And you keep forgetting how much pull he has. I'll just leave it at that.
Is Evanston's new stadium done? Their little stadium on the water? Maybe play it there?
I'm still waiting for the Bears to like move and build their stadium somewhere else.
Oh, welcome to construction. I will see you in 2037.
Yeah. I want to see groundbreaking. Okay, but yeah, let's get back.
Dude, there will be a hole there for 3 years, okay? It'll just be a hole for 3 years. Trust me. Listen,
the Bears?
Yeah, Arlington Heights. It'll be a hole.
No, they're gonna use it as a negotiations tactic. Look, we got a hole. What can you give us?
We gonna give you shit. Get out of here. You suck. We still praise a guy who completely underachieved.
It's a new era. It's a new era for the Bears. Relax. I don't appreciate your tone.
Anyway. Anyway, 4-0. It was fun, dude. Okay, so everything was fun about the night. There was like maybe 2 shots, okay? But like Brady had it. But there was never a moment when the Fire were not in control of this game.
Oh, they dominated that game.
They literally dominated the game. It was nice to see. Now, I will say, I saw one very negative thing.
Okay.
And it's going to correlate to the next game. Okay. Bamba missed yet. Probably like the 3rd game in a row. Completely flubbed a one-on-one with the keeper. Probably the 3rd week in a row. And it's just like every time it happens, my buddy next to me is just like wants to pull his hair out, and he looks at me because it's something I said to him like 4 or 5 weeks ago. He goes, Bamba is a facilitator, not a goal scorer.
Yeah, he is. I don't care if the man scores a goal, but if he makes chances for someone else to score a goal, I'm happy.
He has missed far too many one-on-ones with the keeper. You can.
So has Kuipers.
Okay. Kuipers gets 17 opportunities a game, and he'll drain a couple. Like, Bamba has these golden opportunities, and he's flubbing them. And I don't know if you noticed, but maybe this is our transition into the next game, where the Chicago Fire beat Atlanta United 2-1 in the beautiful day game. Now, I'll link it to Bamba. There was a play in this game where Bamba had a one-on-one with the keeper, and instead of even taking a shot, he dumped it. He made a crappy square pass that didn't have a lot of chance. And it's like, his confidence is shot. After 3 or 4 straight weeks of missing a one-on-one opportunity with the keeper, he made the wrong choice and a goal did not happen. It was ridiculous. It was not good. But I'll tell you one thing I do like. We scored all 3 goals.
Yeah, we did. So here's my take on it. I honestly think obviously we were the much better team. I think we have to get to a point where we're wasting too many chances. Like, I think we could have easily made this like a 3-4-4-1 game.
Well, like that Bamba chance, he should have taken a shot there. He could have beat the keeper easy, and he passed it for somebody. I think it was Kuipers. It might have been Guti, who didn't really have a shot. But I don't know, man. I was happy to see the fight. I liked how we. Go ahead. No,
I was gonna say this. Like, you're right. I like the fight. The team didn't give up after Atlanta. You know, thanks to what's his face? Was it Sam Rogers?
Yeah, Sam Rogers.
And thanks to Sam Rogers' bad header. So.
I mean, it was an amazing header. That's a world-class put the ball down, score a goal just against the wrong keeper.
It's wrong goal, man. Like the fire of old would have just settled at a draw or lose the game.
100%. 100% the fire of old would have lost this game. 100%.
They would have they'll find a way to lose it. Or they would have just settled on the draw. Or play like park the bus.
Well, there was 2 things that scared me. Bamba's play, because it looks like his confidence is gone, is definitely number 1. Number 2 that was a concern for me is that Atlanta, so I was proven wrong twice, I'd like to admit. So Atlanta, in the second, so the first half, the Fire were dominant until like the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes, Atlanta was hammering. It was like, can we just get to halftime? After halftime, the Fire were really good for a couple minutes, and then Atlanta had the game for a while. And then once the Fire had momentum back, what did Atlanta do? They made the always successful triple switch. Which, again, proven wrong. Because they put guys on the field, and even before Atlanta made their subs, I turned to my buddy. I was like, we need to make some changes, man. We need some fresh legs out here. Atlanta makes their changes, and what happens? Immediately score a goal. And they were in control of everything. Then Gregg finally made his changes, put in some fresh legs, and then we immediately become the better team again.
The 2 guys that came on, the 2 guys that came on the field were the ones that set up the goal and scored.
Oh, come on. Oh my God, that was amazing. And I will say this. I feel like Rogers was karma because the original goal, the penalty, was like, I felt bad. I know there's the whole natural position thing, but like, what do you do? Like, the ball basically just magnetized to his arm. You know what I mean?
Man, did you see that? I saw the replay on that. The guy hits it with his shoulder, and then he has his arm up, and it bounces off his arm. Like even the commentator was like, that could have been a handball. That was like 2 handballs right there.
Yeah, I know. You feel bad though, because it wasn't the way the ball bounced. There was no other bodily movement he could make to not hit the ball with his hand, But so we got that goal, that penalty, which was rad, and listen to us. The second week in a row, we're all smiles, we're having fun. Like, this team fights. Gregg has some issues from time to time. Like today, or not today, but Saturday, he did not make changes fast enough. And again, yes, I'm the same guy who says you put Tom Barlow in a game and I'm going to scream at you. But I couldn't believe
he didn't put Tom.
I couldn't believe they took Tom Barlow's goal away in the Open Cup. He had it. It was in. Oh,
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man, the soccer gods don't want that man to score.
No, he ran over some soccer guy. He ran over Maradona's dog or something.
Yeah, he pissed off somebody.
Anyway, it's
He's
just,
the Harry Kane of goal scoring.
I mean, he's the Kasper Shabilko of the.
Oh, geez, don't bring that name up, man. Do not bring. That's a name I don't want to hear.
Listen, don't worry. She hurt you. I get it. We're on to the next one.
Don't bring it.
So, I mean, is this a mirage? Is this just a good week, or are we finding our footing again?
I think this is one thing I'm gonna say this. Whoever is the idiot that does the hell's it called, the MLS rankings.
Oh, the power rankings.
And they have like the power rankings, and they have that stupid little quote that he keeps doing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it was true for like 16 years, and now he's trying to use it on the one season. It's not right.
Yeah, like, bro, just take that quote and shove it, bro. Because like this team does not play like the teams of old.
Nope.
Fire teams. This is a much different team.
And if Bamba could shoot a little bit better, we would have won 4 more games.
Look, we took an ass kicking from 7-2 from Nashville. We salvaged a draw against Orlando, being a man down, which, by the way, was our goalkeeper, our starting goalkeeper.
Which, by the way, Gull played very well again.
Gull played well, yeah. And I was impressed too.
He played it out of the back more than he did in his first appearance, obviously, but like he still played to his strengths, and I think that's smart of Bearhalter to not be like, okay, idiot, do what the other guy does. It's like, no.
Exactly.
Let's get some distance on this.
As long as you keep Chris Brady on this team, you got to keep Gall. Like, I think Gall serves as a great backup. He could even potentially be a starting goalkeeper.
Well, I mean, okay, we have a small sample size, but I will say this: I do feel better about Gall than, say, I ever felt about a Spencer Ritchie.
Oh God.
Or a Stephanie.
No disrespect. Yeah,
and not disrespectfully, but just I feel much better about Gall than both of those guys.
Well, keep in mind, Cleveland isn't he the starting goalkeeper for who's he?
He went to Seattle first, and I don't know where he went after that.
Isn't he in Cincinnati?
Oh, he might be with Kei Kamara, baby.
Back
together again. No, I think that was Spencer Ritchie time. But Gall, like, I'm impressed, dude. I've been impressed. Mari Glasgow is playing.
Oh, he's the starting goalkeeper for Austin FC.
Oh, okay. Good for him. Good forward mobility.
He might not be the starting. He might not be the starting goalkeeper. He might be the backup. But
listen, we Verde till we die. Anyway, I literally love just saying that dumb shit about any team. Anyway,
guess what state Cleveland was born in?
Illinois.
No.
Is it really Ohio?
It is. The man was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Of course he was. Anyway, but no, Amari Glasgow, by the way, balling out of his mind.
Oh, dude.
I'm so happy with his performance. Glasgow
is like, yeah, you're right. Like, I gave him so much crap. I gave Glasgow so much crap last year because I didn't see anything special. But holy crap, man. That man has literally solidified himself as a right back. Like, I want to see.
Like, I really think he could like translate this skill once Barroso's healthy to a wing position, like a right wing position, which is where I think he was more comfortable to begin with. Which, I mean, he's just rounding out his game. I mean, there's worse things to be than an Alphonso Davies. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's worse fates. Like, just Sergio Orahel is just running the midfield as a child, and it just, I don't know, man. It's funny to see us like laugh and all this, and then see like the when the sky is falling episodes, right? But this is that season that's going to be up and down and up and down, but we just got to get in the playoffs, man.
I think if you like, for what Gregg has done this season, it does serve as a good starting point where he can take this team. Like, obviously, he's probably gonna make some moves in the summer. He's gonna make some moves in the off season, and then
yeah, I mean,
at that point,
that's the thing. Another season of moves, right? Like a mid-season move, probably. Let's be honest, it's MLS. You can probably only like reliably think of one move in the summer, unless you like are totally tearing down, or you're like somebody got hurt and you need one more piece to like win. I think one move in the summer, and then we see what happens in the off season. I have been instilled with more faith in the process. I feel much better about everything. It's amazing to see, like, this youth movement is so fun. It's so fun to see these guys play well. And speaking of youth movement, the kind of the beginning of it, right? Guti. There's some rumors about going to AS or Roma.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's a move that will work out for both the Fire and for Guti. Guti gets to go to Europe and grow as a player, and the Fire have an open space that they can probably get someone else.
Well,
they
Kevin
have
De
more
Bruyne
options.
sounded like he's gonna sign for Napoli, which he's white, so going to Italy will be fine. And
Jesus.
And I do think Italy's a good place for Guti, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a good place because it's not nearly as physical as England, right? It's like, look at Pulisic. He hasn't been snapped in half yet. That he kept getting snapped in half in England. And it's just, I think it's a good place for a guy who can control the football, and that is what Guti is. And who else is so good with the ball at his feet is DJ. God, it looks like it's chaos, but he always dribbles out of it, right? It always looks like chaos.
I think he's getting his because I gave him so much crap
Yeah,
the first
did.
time I saw him. I think he might be turning a corner here. Like he's we'll see. I gotta see more of him. But if he's actually becoming the player that Gregg Berhalter brought in, that he envisioned, then by all means, make it happen. Like, Jay or DJ and what's his face and Kwame,
Kwame's finding his footing as well. He's just
and he's gonna be one of those decisions too at the end of the season because he's on loan.
You're right.
And like, if he already has 2 goals coming off the bench, so if he keeps producing, I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard not to like sign him permanently.
I would like that. But then, I mean, that midfield is getting crowded while not being crowded, because they still believe in Pereira. So when he finally resurrects next season, they're gonna see what they got.
Pereira is a striker.
Oh, I thought he was attacking mid. My bad.
No, he would have been Kuiper's backup.
Oh, now I'm really sad.
We got the wonderful Tom Barlow.
Now I'm really sad. I thought I'm dumb. All right, that's fine. I've come to grips with it. Anyway, but so what happens if we lose Guti and we cannot get KDB? Do you hit the panic button? Because I'm
not necessarily. The team hasn't played bad without Guti either.
But Guti's been back, and they've been playing really well these last 2 weeks. They did play bad without Guti. Remember that whole 6 games without winning a game?
Yeah, but it's it's Guti's kind of gone. Guti played against that Nashville game, and he became Guti of old. inconsistent, and he kind of disappeared.
That's a sinkhole, man. You're like that's quick. That's a quicksand game. You're down 2-0. It's over. But
I mean, obviously, the big question is the defense. It's the center backs. Like, you kind of wonder, like, you need a veteran guy, like a Rafa Shihoz type player, to like man that back line.
I'd like another center back of quality, and I think the problem is the Tehran injury, right? But Sam Rogers is not terrible. He's not terrible. He's not perfect either.
I honestly think that Tehran's time with the Fire is probably coming to an end.
Yeah, it never clicked, and the injuries, and I think you're right. I think he'll find a second division French club or something to give him a chance.
Yeah, it just we can't keep giving him chances, and like he's been getting so many chances for the past 3-4 years.
Well, he's perfect for what we want. He's very good on the ball, and one thing about him, he does not like. There are some defending boneheaded mistakes he can make, which is true, but I'll tell you one thing about him: he does not get rattled with guys on him. He is not rattled with that ball at his feet. He's 2 feet from his goal. Like he
doesn't, but he's injury prone, man. It's like,
yes, he is.
This is like his second or third injury already, major injury.
Well, I mean,
that
is sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think at this point we might have to look for another center back. I don't know, because like Sam Rogers and the other guy, what's his face?
Jack Elliott.
Yeah, Jack Elliott, the defending
it's too spotty. They're not as consistent as I would like.
They're not
when they
spotty,
play well, they play really well.
Oh man, I was trying to think of that England player that was. He's the defending Peter Crouch.
As long as his feet stick out of bed, Peter Crouch.
It cracks me up because whenever I see a shorter player.
Oh, what were you saying about Jack Elliott? We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah. I was just saying that the guy, he's like so tall. Like when the ball's coming his way and he's gonna header it, and if there's an attacking player next to him, you just see Jack Elliott's massive body just like move his head and header it, and
100%.
The other guy doesn't even have a chance. Like I've seen guys like not even go for it. They're like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking make it. That guy has like a whole. He has like 5 feet ahead of.
Dude.
So
he had disappointed me this season, but he has started to turn around and play really, really well. And Sam Rogers, despite the own goal, played pretty well that day. Like they all played well. It's been like
you want Sam Rogers to do better, and I want Sam Rogers to do better, and I get it. Like, and I've seen it happen. I've seen guys that come in and they're inconsistent for the first season they're here, and then the next season they just blow up. Like one good example is like David Akam. He came in 2015. He was good. He wasn't like, nothing to write home about. But then 2016 comes and holy crap, this man is like on fire.
Well, I think the culture around the team would beat people down. I really do.
Yeah.
And so now, like, the culture is much better and people are performing. It's so damn fun. And speaking of fun, I want to transition real quick away from the play on the field to just I am convinced 100% after Saturday. I had so much fun. Honestly, we talked about a scuffle the other day in the section, and I feel bad about that because I'll say this. We have not commented on how much unity has been going on. Like, we posted on Twitter. It didn't look very good. But, like, there's a video I took of... everybody actually singing along to a Section 8's not the right word, but a non-sector Latino chant. Like there's they've been joining in on the sector stuff. Sometimes sector doesn't always join it, but everybody was just rocking. And it was like a beautiful thing. And this season has been so much better about the unity in the section. And it's trickled down even to just your personal interactions, because a lot of times people aren't jerks, but a lot of people have been way more welcoming. And, like, I've met so many more people that, like, we've walked by, we've nodded, shit like that for a long time. But, like, now it's actually like, dude, what, like, names and nice to meet yous and, like, come smoke this with me, have the, that kind of stuff. So it's been such a blast, and I'm convinced after Saturday we need to be the Chicago Cubs of MLS. Day games, day games, day games, day games.
Oh my
Fucking
God,
the best thing ever. Give me a 1:30 MLS game every week in Chicago. When you play in Chicago, you play during the day. There ain't no lights, baby. Rip them out.
Oh, geez. Don't bring that noise. I don't want to sit in my seat when it's like 100 degrees outside.
Oh, come on, dude. Come back down to the section. We'll welcome you with open arms.
I'm done. I'm done with the section, bro.
Dude. The day game was so perfect, dude. It was perfect. I came home, I ran errands, I did this, that, and the other. And then when I sat down to chill, it was still only 6 o'clock.
I get it. It's very convenient, and I don't mind. I like day games, but just during the spring. Now I wouldn't do it in the summer.
All day games forever in Chicago, forever. Like, you act like we ever get good weather on Saturdays in the summer.
Oh my God!
Come on,
man.
it's never good.
I like summer night games. All right.
You're not wrong, but I'm not gonna me. I'm Mr. Just look like you belong there and nobody's gonna bother you guy. But like, less mugging during the day probably.
Yeah, the red line's a little safer.
Yeah, I mean, it's things are just a little less stabby everywhere during the day.
Yeah.
But
you walk home with $5 in your pocket, you come back home with $5 in your pocket, type of deal.
It's cool, man, and like, God, it was a beautiful day for it. It was perfect. It was so much fun. Everybody was feeling it. And like I said, that I've watched that video, that little 30-second video I filmed 1,000 times, man. You can see everybody over here with the flags. People are up on their seats. Everybody's clapping, man. It was
I'm still waiting for the appearance again of the North Korean flag.
It was altered. It wasn't just a straight North Korean flag.
It was an altered North Korean flag. So please bring that back.
Run it back. You know what's funny? I mentioned it the other day. I hadn't seen Old Boy in a while, actually.
Oh God, did he go to? Oh man, hope he's.
I'm not going to speculate on anything.
Oh man, he was kind of waving a North Korean flag, so
and celebrated for it. Come on now.
Yeah.
You saw the portrait. All right, I'm sorry. We're gonna run this back. Yeah, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you're probably a sicko. But God, dude, this was the greatest week ever. I went to I got the fiance out to SeatGeek for the first time ever. Went to a Wednesday game where we scored 4 goals. I had won tickets to Dying Fetus and Cradle of Filth on Friday, and that show was amazing. And then on Saturday we had a day game. I'm telling you, this is the life.
Love a name, man.
It's the life, baby. So I don't know. You don't want. I mean, I feel. The Cubs do play night games, right? So, like, we could play the night in the middle of the summer, but why not play during the game or during the day in spring, fall, and winter?
They used to be like that before this Apple deal, where we would play a lot of our day games in the early months of the year, like February, March, and April, and then
We get like
slowly
one.
transition.
Do we have another one this season? I doubt it.
Yeah, how many MLS games were during the midweek this week?
Everyone except for us plays today. I forgot to mention that in our MLS
Wow.
section. Every team except for the Fire played tonight.
Oh man, so I guess Charlotte's gonna want to win because they just lost 3-1 against Orlando.
Are they running 360 right now? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna get off this podcast and watch that.
Let's see. Austin is beating Atlanta 1-0 in the 84th minute.
Don't stop spoiling for me. La, 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 la.
Hey, I'm just giving you what's here. You want to surprise San Jose and Inter Miami is 1-1.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And it's only the 13th minute.
That sounds like a sicko special, baby. That sounds good.
Arango scores in the 3rd minute. Falcone scores in the 1st minute for Miami. Like, wow, like
I guess let's take a temperature. Before we get out of here, I guess we have to predict the next game, which God knows when the hell that is. I literally was like,
true.
oh, we don't have a game for, like, in my brain, we don't have a game for a month because there's not a game until, like, a home game until a month. Oh, we get to play Charlotte. Interesting.
Yeah, that is an interesting game, actually.
In Bank of America Stadium. Interesting. Interessante. Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel fine. I mean, Zaha, like, what was the score?
Zaha's still pissed off. 3-1, Orlando won.
No. I'm saying what we played them already, didn't we? Didn't Zaha come to town? No.
No, we didn't. That was Cincinnati.
You're right. That was Cincy. Okay, so I don't. I feel like we can win this game. I don't know. If I'm taking a vibes check on this team, I feel like we are playoff bound. And
when you got Zaha pissing off, like blaming the fan base, it's an interesting take, right?
I still don't know exactly how that is. You know, when you're not in the fan base, you don't really know. Like,
yeah.
Like, I guarantee Major League Soccer has no idea that there was a supporter section civil war for like 5 or 6 years here.
probably still don't.
Right? Anyway, I think we're making the playoffs still this season. I feel good about where we are. I'm so happy about the kids. I don't know. Should we get a DP center midfielder or should we get a defender DP?
If we're losing Guti, we got to get a DP center midfielder.
Okay. The man has spoken. KDB, if we miss KDB, you want any of that Thomas Mueller smoke? I don't.
No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm good as well. All right. This is why you come here, is to hear how smart we are. What is the score? Oh, by the way, I was pretty close on the score of the U.S. Open Cup game, and I got 2 of the 3. I got most of the goal scorers actually.
I don't remember what I put. I forgot what.
I never remember what we say. Like, one day I'm gonna have to go back through and check every prediction and see who's an idiot and who's not.
Yeah.
2-1 the Fire. 2-1 to the Fire. That's my call. On the
Charlotte?
road, baby.
You're going to be the Kings of the Road again? All right. I mean, you know what? I think that's fair. I want to say a 2-1 also.
Let's do this, baby.
You know what? I
feel good about this team.
Yeah, this should be an interesting game. I'm definitely going to watch it, so see what happens.
I just thought about I'm going to be camping this weekend. Crap.
Oh my god.
I better make sure my phone is charged.
Yeah, make sure you bring your hotspot device or something and watch the game out in the freaking middle of nowhere.
Maybe I'll just listen to the game like old school baseball.
Yeah, you're gonna be sitting on the floor with the radio right there in front of you, and you're just looking at it. Oh boy, that must have been a good cross.
Man, that reminds me of being young and like putting in a CD and like reading the little booklet, looking at the art and all that crap.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was younger, when I couldn't watch the Honduran national team play years ago, this was, I want to say, at least over 20 years ago, easy. There used to be a radio station, a Spanish radio station that used to like play the games like over the radio.
Oh, no way.
So when I couldn't go to the bar or wherever they were showing the closed circuit game, I would put on the radio station and listen closely.
That's awesome, actually. Like, there are all those stories of like what we used to have to do, like to watch soccer. Every now and again, you'd find a website, and then your computer would melt. You'd have to walk.
Your computer would come out with 5 viruses.
You have to walk into the Geek Squad, and they're just like porn or soccer. Oh, okay. You know. Oh man. Also, just by the way, if anybody knows, the 20% discount doesn't have a code anymore. That doesn't work at the registers anymore. Just shout out to how bullshit the concessions are.
Wait, what? They got rid of it?
Dude, no, that you got. Look at your app next time. It just like literally is just like give it to them. There's no code to scan. It never worked last season. They would just tell you to go pound sand.
You know what? Not only that, but like the second floor concession stands in the club section, they do not offer 20%. There's no way to give it to you.
Oh, I would. Oh boy, I'd be upset.
Everything's automated now. Now they want you to order from the screens.
Weak.
Yeah.
We're all gonna turn into those people from WALL-E. Like,
what?
You ever seen that movie WALL-E?
No.
The Disney movie?
Oh
my god. Dead ass. It's a Disney movie. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Jesus, man.
Anyway. All right, once we start talking about Disney movies, that means we're going to do a half hour on a tier list of the best Disney princesses. No, I'm kidding. All right, we're going to get out of here. DPG, is there anything you would like the people to know?
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let's make sure we get to 500 subscribers.
Which would be rad. This is by far the most successful internet thing I have tried to do so far. And so, let's keep that train rolling.
Really? This is only the... What have you tried?
Okay, do we want to go there real quick?
No, I don't want to go there. I take it back.
Peace out, everybody. We love you.